The day Adieze offered a mango to a witch, the whole village held its breath. They were sure she would be dead before sunrise. They were wrong, but not in the way any of them expected. Adieze was 14 years old and already tired. Not the tire that comes from running or farming, the tire that lives deep inside the chest, the kind that settles in when the people who are supposed to love you don't. Her mother died giving birth to her. Her father remarried quickly, and her stepmother, Mama Chidima, made sure Adieze understood one thing from the very first day: you are a burden this house did not ask for. Every morning before sunrise, Adieze was awake. She swept the compound, she fetched water from the stream, she cooked, she cleaned, she carried firewood until her hands cracked. And still, it was never enough. "Look at her," Mama Chidima would say to the neighbors, loud enough for Adieze to hear. "Eating my food every day. Her mother died and left her curse." The neighbors laughed. That was the worst part. Adieze's two half-brothers, Emeka and Obiora, wore new clothes on market days. Adieze wore the same faded dress until the hem fell apart. They went to school. She was told there was no money for her fees, even though she saw her father hand Mama Chidima a thick envelope every month. She had counted. She had done the math in the debt with her finger. There was enough. There was always enough, just never for her. The village of Oguta was not large, but it had a long memory. And one of the things it remembered and repeated and whispered about on nights when the wind came from the forest was the woman who lived at the edge of the bush, Mama Ifeoma. They called her the Witch of Oguta Road. She was old. Nobody knew exactly how old. She walked with a stick carved from Iroko wood. She wore black every day. Her compound walls were stained with red earth, and she kept no visitors, no friends, no children. Children were warned to cross to the other side of the road when passing her gate. She cursed the Okafo family. Their son failed his exams 3 years in a row after he threw stones at her fence. She made Uche's goat give birth to something with 2 heads, the market women whispered. Nobody asked whether any of it was true. In Oguta, a story told often enough became fact. Adieze had never paid much attention to these stories. She had too many real problems to be afraid of invented ones. But one Tuesday, a hot, breathless Tuesday in the middle of Hamatan, everything changed. Adieze had been sent to sell mangoes at the roadside. Mama Chidima had given her 20 mangoes and told her to return with full payment, not 1 kobo short, or she would not eat dinner. Adieze sat in the dust for 3 hours. She sold 17. Then she saw Mama Ifeoma. The old woman was walking slowly down the road, carrying a clay pot on her head that looked too heavy for someone